Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and today you join me in the absolutely phenomenal, the absolutely exquisite Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. And once again, joining me today is Mr. Kuba.
Hi guys, hello everyone, hello, welcome back.
Yeah, so obviously in the previous video I did in the Aston Martin DB11, he said that we will try and get into the DBS Superleggera, and today we are here. So yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to actually experience the car.
And your pleasure, Barry. Thank you for inviting me on the channel again. It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's my absolute pleasure. So we're on our way down to Hartbeespoort. So we've organized to have a little photo shoot at a little venue close by, and yeah, so we're having, right now what we're doing is experiencing the more GT characteristics of the car, and it's pretty good at what it, you know, as a GT car. I mean, we're pretty rough roads here at the moment, and it's coping with the bumps superbly well. Like, I'm not just saying it because Cooper's nice to me, but it really is. Like, I'm really impressed with the ride quality of it. I mean, we're in GT mode on the suspension.
And it is, yeah, GT mode we got on the suspension. We're on the Sport Plus sound setting because we obviously love the sound of the car. But earlier we were cruising in GT and GT settings, and it's an absolute dream in this car. We've done just over 60 kilometers in the car, and it's given us a great response. I mean, the ease of the ride, you can hear inside this cabin, it's actually quite quiet, and that's naturally caused from the double glazed windows inside the car.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a couple of exhaust notes coming out the back there.
Oh yeah.
But it's for a long journey. It's absolutely beautiful, and that's why it's considered the super GT cruiser. It has all the attributes that you need for a long distance. The luxury interior of the leather finishing, the comfort of the seats. I mean, Barry will give you a couple of clear shots there of the leather finishes with the blue stitching and the blue welting on the with the black interior with the embossing of the logo. So these seats are super comfortable. So again, the ultimate super GT cruiser is what we're in today, and it's only a pleasure to be in this V12 twin turbo, 533 kilowatts, 900 newton meters of torque.
And trust me, that 900 newton meters, you feel that properly. If I'm not mistaken, Aston Martin actually limited the amount of torque you get in first and second gear, because otherwise, you know, you're not.
That's correct. You would be braking traction in first, second all the time, and would just take out the enjoyment out of the car. So they did limit it to 75% of the power in first and second gear. But once you've hit that third gear all the way to 8th gear, that third gear pull is unbelievable.
Like,
and
honestly,
I've had a few people review the cars, and they've commented exactly the same. They said nothing else is like it's got a pull like this third gear in this car. It's, as they said, and I'm sure you guys would have seen, as they mentioned, the actual brute in a suit. This is the pure definition, and I'm sorry I keep repeating that sentence, but that comment, but
it really is.
It truly is. It really just fits that description 100% out of it.
I mean, it just absolutely pulls. I mean, cruising down the highway, it overtakes with phenomenal ease. It just feels, I mean, the seats are pretty comfortable. You get that lovely soundtrack, you know, just cruising about on normal roads. Yeah, so absolutely great to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to drive the car yet because I'm yet to come of age for the insurance. But yeah, so we're just cruising down. Let's talk a bit more technical stuff. Of course, DBS is based on the DB11, but obviously, despite it looking quite big, it's actually 70 kilograms lighter than the DB11, which I think is pretty, you know, it looks quite large.
Correct.
Superleggera, obviously referring to lightweight in Italian, and it's not actually the lightest car. I mean, it's 1,700 kilograms.
Can I give you guys a quick fun fact?
Please do.
So, do you know why they said Superleggera?
No.
So, reason behind it was the Ferrari decided to call their 812 the Superfast. So they said, well, if the Italians can use English words, then why can't we use Italian words? So they went ahead and named it Superleggera just to tease up the market and what they offer as well at the same time.
There we go. there was like something to convey just how it feels to actually be in this car and you know give it some thoughts. It's absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, based on the DB11, it's if I'm not mistaken, it's just got a wider. It's a little bit wider.
So wider stance at the back, larger tires naturally.
Yeah, 21 inch, sorry.
And a more aggressive downforce attributes on it in terms of the air ducts at the back. It's not an active aero, which you'll find on the DB11, which means that over a certain speed, the wing at the back pops out.
Yeah.
This is a set wing at the back, so that just helps with the downforce.
Yeah.
Because naturally you are the amount of power pushed out of this motor does that. And so yeah, from a technical perspective, they've put those attributes in. A much larger aggressive grille in the front, absolutely, with these beads in the front, which helps the airflow into the air ducts into the front of the motor. Obviously being such a large motor with so much power, it needs huge amounts of oxygen to help power up the motor and keep it cool as well at the same time. So with that, they've designed a very specific grille for it. So I'm sure there'll be some shots. Barrie will take some shots and you'll put that in on the video. So you'll see in there's actually like a nipple effect, and that helps the induction of the air to flow into the motor, creating a lot more induction of air naturally.
We're cruising on our way to our venue for a couple of photos. So unless something drastic happens, we'll catch you guys again over there. So we have arrived at our destination, the lovely Camelotte Wedding Venue. So big shout out to these guys for allowing us to come take a few photos here. But now it's time to get really technical, because Kuba, please talk us through the DBS Superleggera.
As we were mentioning inside the vehicle, we were talking about how this has a set wing at the back, not an active wing, which as you can guys see, it's already...
so it's like fixed carbon fiber all the way down.
Correct. And with this, so how the downforce is created on the rear end of this vehicle is you've got air pockets on either side, air inducts that actually go in here. You can see how my hand disappears. So that runs all the way through. Let me just open up the boot here quickly.
Just use the key.
There we go. And you can see there are air ducts that are at the back on either side.
So you can actually see
run through.
Yeah, you can actually see like right through there.
There you go.
On either side.
Have a guys have a look, and then you'll see it actually comes through on the back here. You'll see it open release pocket here, creating downforce as you drive the vehicle. Any air that's not captured inside the car will be on top of the vehicle. Again, you can see the lines that actuate that and create extra additional downforce.
Awesome.
Naturally, the quad pipe, because we know it sounds that good all the time. This one has actually got a smoke light feature, so you can either have the lights in red or in a clear, which is called smoke from Aston Martin. This has the gloss and satin finish textured rims on it, the wide spoke.
21 inch rims, by the way. And I believe I heard something, I can't remember where, that's basically the brakes are so big that if they were wheels, they'd be 16 inch wheels. I think they're more at the front.
Correct.
So that's quite sizable brakes, just because you need quite a lot of stopping power for the beast.
Carbon ceramic standard on the car,
as
they do. And I'm sure in the previous models, or if you guys have seen before, this is also the side louvers, which actually reduce any lift inside the vehicle.
Let's actually open up the bonnet.
Yeah.
Do so by just pressing. There we go.
Press the button. Clamshell bonnet, infamous. And as you can see, the design of the side louvers is that any air that's captured in the front wheel actually gets passed out and released really quickly. Keeping that downforce that obviously with this kind of power, that kind of speed is required from it. Again, you'll notice that the motor's quite far back in. No glove compartment on this vehicle again, as the motor really sits halfway underneath the dashboard and in the front of the car. Again, Aston Martin, 50-50 weight distribution.
And this engine was inspected by Mr. Raphael Walisek, so big thank you to you, sir. So yeah, every Aston Martin has that little plaque of the person who has
correct. It does.
inspected it.
It's every single hand built, every single motor is final inspected before it's left, and it's actually got, like we say, it's got the employee's name on there, who did the final inspection. There are certain additions in the AMR, the Vantage, and the DB11. The first few batches were actually signed by himself, Andy Palmer,
the CEO.
So I've got a couple for that. So maybe in the next video when we do a Vantage, I'll show you that was inside there.
Carbon fiber bonnets.
That's it. So that's where the lightweight effect comes in it. So it's a carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber roof, and carbon fiber boot. This one is actually gloss black finished on it. So these are different specs you can do in the vehicle. You can expose the black. Anything that you see that is gloss black can be exposed carbon. It can be body painted to the color of the car. You can actually make it any other color you want. You can make it gold for whatever spec you're looking at the moment. The infamous self-locking bonnet.
So it's got like a soft close feature. So
that's it, exactly.
And you can see the lovely Superleggera badges. And I mean, just look at this car. I mean, it's such a photogenic car. We've been here taking some photos, and I mean, you can see here the absolutely gaping front grille. I mean, it's just vast. If you're wondering, this is a demo car from Aston Martin, so that's why the car's on British plates. Everything is legal, don't worry. So yeah, I mean, it's just. I think James Bond should have used this in the latest movie, to be honest. Not an electric car.
Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately with the times they had to kind of move with the momentum in it. But let's not falter that, because there is the Valhalla, which will be more than likely featured in the future upcoming videos. I'm hoping. Don't hold me to it. But that's kind of what I get my feel on it, because it's an absolute dream spec.
So and I think let's have a look at the interior as well, because I mean that's where Aston Martin comes into its own, let's be honest. So hopping into the driver's seat, and I mean here we are. If I may have one criticism, only one. I feel like Aston Martin could maybe have made it a bit different to the DB11, because of course this is pretty much the layout you get at in the DB11 as well. So you know, just to make it that extra bit special, you know, maybe obviously you can do the headlining, that is one thing, and the seats can also be like quilted. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Obviously you've got the Mercedes system here. People complain, you know, why can't Aston Martin do it themselves? I'm at the opinion like Mercedes do it really well, so may as well, why spend money on things that 100% that work really well.
And I mean, they've got future concepts that are coming in at the moment that they've obviously put more funding into at the same time. So they're focusing on the new generation. Not saying they're taking away from this generation, but why create something when there's something there that already works? So work on that platform. And obviously with the association with Mercedes, they had first option to use it. So, and I've had feedback from everyone that that's probably the best 360-degree camera system that they're operating at the moment now. So yeah, I must say it works really, really well. So let's not deter from that, because we know that unfortunately Aston Martin in the past, the infotainment was slightly let down in terms of the screen and the functionality of it, but they've really stepped up their game. So I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the interior side of things. Let's go have a look at the boot. Alright, so here we go. Here's the DBS key, it's the valet key, so there is a pretty version of it. But opening up the boot, I mean, there we go. Not the biggest, but yeah, I mean, as a Grand Tourer, honestly, there are very, very few cars indeed, if any, that can actually get close to this thing. I mean, just driving all the way here to close to Harties, I mean, it's just so effortless in what it does, you know. So yeah, a big thank you to Kuba for this amazing opportunity. I mean, I can't thanks enough. So yeah, hopefully we would have filmed some, or you would have seen some sound shots of this car by now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. So let's get Kuba in the shot there. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe, because there's plenty more Aston Martin.
Go like it.
Plenty more.
Follow my Instagram page.
Yeah, Kuba.
It's gonna pop up now.
So yeah, and a lot more Aston Martin content to come in the future. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you liked it, make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Cheers, guys.